You might want to be careful with digital noise reduction on transmit, and I'll show you why today. Yes, Shadow Jones, I'm here at home, and today we're looking at the Retevis MB4. I got too close there, sorry, back up. It's a rugged, squatty little radio. It looks like you could bash a nail in pretty easily with. And it's really made for a den slot. It comes with a den rack to fit in your vehicle. But frankly, this thing looks like you could maybe make a little portable rig out of it. But anyways, let's check it out. Front-facing speaker. Let's transmit. Let's listen. Let's see what's happening. Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't mind the junk, or if you do, just go somewhere else. There's plenty of reviews on this, I'm sure. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time unboxing this thing, so I figured I'd get everything out of the box for you. That way you don't have to wait on me crinkling paper like it's ASMR time. Den rack, we have den removal tools, we have a mount for that in case you don't want to use a den rack. We have a little bracket here, bracket screws, and a mic clip holder. The microphone, of course, is included. That would suck if it wasn't. Now let's go ahead and look at the radio itself. All right, let's get up close and personal now. The buttons on this radio, they just feel really good. The rotary encoders feel nice. They don't feel like they're going to snap off like the frickin' Bearcats do, which you could see I had to replace that button. Anyways, yeah, they just, I don't know, they have a good feel to them. And, you know, if you think I'm crazy, go buy one, send it back if I haven't impressed you with the buttons. Anyways, let's take a look at the back of this thing. All right, now looking at the back, we have a very hefty heatsink, which tells me there's a little white wire in there we can clip to get more power. I'd almost bet your sweet mama's cookies on it. We also have a wired-in power cable and a an auxiliary adapter for 12 volts, because I don't think they call them cigarette lighters anymore, or cigarette lighter adapters. But either way, that means you can mount this thing with a bracket here, or of course you can put it in the den rack and clip that off and just wire it straight to the fuse box. So let's plug it up. I love this transition. All right, let's give her a listen. All right, no, I'm kidding. We're not doing it like that. We're going to turn it on together like we usually do. Now, this shows our frequency setting that we're on. There, you can change that. I'm going to go ahead and take you through what it's looking like stock with a mic gain of 9, which is default, and low power. This is AM. All right, our dead key is about 3. Let's go ahead and yell into the microphone. Ah-oo. Ah-oo. Well, interesting. Ah-oo. Well, now, obviously, I've set that up on purpose to show you. See, this has a digital noise reduction on the transmit circuit, so what I want to do is show you why you should be careful with that. I've went in here to the menu, and I've actually set the noise reduction for transmit to max, all the way on 5 there. So I'm going to turn that down to, actually, I'm going to turn it off, and we're going to see what happens with the needle now, because you'll notice it doesn't cap and fall down anymore. Audio, auga. Right. So be very careful with that. Keep that noise reduction on 1 or 2. Be careful with turning it all the way up. You also sound a little funny, and I'll show you that now. Check 1 2 3 4. Check 1 2 3 4. Tango, Echo, Sierra, Tango. You're currently listening to my Bearcat 980. This is with digital noise reduction off on the transmit. Now let's go maximum real quick. And this is the digital noise reduction on 5. Now, as you can tell, it sounds a little bit clamped, and I think that has something to do with the reason why our needle was actually going all the way up and dropping down. I think anytime there's a sustained note, it might sense that that's noise, and it will clamp it. Jed clamp it. So, try to keep it on 1 or 2. Don't go up to maximum. It sounds a little bit funny. All right, let's go ahead and see what this front-facing speaker sounds like. Let me go ahead and turn the volume up. And this has automatic squelch, so I'm going to turn on the automatic squelch. I'm going to go over to my Bearcat here and see what we sound like on the radio.
Check 1 2 3 4. Tango, Echo, Sierra, Tango. This is with noise reduction at a level 1. Digital noise reduction, level 1. Sounds pretty great, I'll be honest. It's always impressive. They are actually better than a lot of Cobras, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. Exceptional sounding. I mean, wonderful. This thing sounds great.
I'm going to go through the settings and the menus and all the buttons and what it does, but then we're putting this thing on the air. I want to know what it sounds like on my 102 made out of a feather duster, so I'm going to put it over there in the Bearcat place, and we're going to see if we can get a contact. All right, fellas, let's go through the buttons really quick. If it's on the top, you tap it. If it's on the bottom, you push it, and you can type whatever comment you want now. go. Anyways, what I mean by that is by hitting the mode function here, we can change from FM to AM, or by holding it down, we can go to PA. This is noise reduction and noise blanker. Now, noise reduction works better than noise blanker. I'll demonstrate that. That's noise blanker. Go ahead and turn it back off. That's noise reduction. Noise reduction does work better. Now, you could argue that noise blanker is for a specific kind of noise. I think the digital noise reduction would work better both ways. Anyways, moving on. This is for your so-called privacy tones. They're CTCSS tones. You can actually program these for transmit and receives. You can have different tones. And this is a dim function, which, you know what happens. It's just dim thing. Anyways, then we have a scan function and an RFG, which stands for RF gain. Here's something you want to look out for. You might be tempted to come in here. Let me go ahead and turn the volume up. You might be tempted to come in here and go, okay, I want to turn my gain up. So you hold it down and say, oh, it's off. Let me turn my gain up. No, this is an attenuator. In other words, your gain's already maxed out when it's off. It does have the little white wire to clip for high power, and it does have the channel modifications with the jumper. So stick around to the end of the video. I got something to tell you. Next up, we have the memory function in case you want to save channels to memory. I don't know why you would, but maybe you got a specific reason. We also have a Vox setting, an emergency setting, and go to emergency channels, and a lock setting. So, I don't know, maybe you have a toddler in your vehicle and you don't want them to play around with it. And then we have the menu button. So let's go ahead and check out the menu real quick. If we go through here, we have the beep function, which you guys love hearing, so I'll keep it on. We have Roger beep. I have not tested that out yet. Let's go ahead and see what's up. All right. All right, I hate all of them. Next up, we have the automatic squelch level. Then we have our receive CTCSS tones. We have our transmit tones, and we have tones for both. Then we have our mic gain, our mic type, which is important in case we don't have an electret mic. If we have a dynamic mic, we can change the mic that we're using. We have our Vox settings. We have our Vox delay time. We have our high cut, which I turned on. We'll turn it off, see what it sounds like with it off. I think it sounds better off, but it's up to you. Then we have our noise reduction for receive between 0 and 5, as well as transmit 0 and 5, or off and max level. And then we have a timeout timer in case you accidentally put this thing in your seat and it transmits for too long. It won't burn the radio up because it will stop after a certain amount of time. And then we have a reset button. Now, let's get this thing on the air. All right, let's give the bands a scan. We have it all set up here.
Whatever you were doing up in there. Hey, you have yourself a good night. 73s.
Area of the system. I passed through the 12 channels audio system. 757 around the long point. You take care.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Old Timer. 444 Southern California with a good evening wave.
Skip was rolling like crazy yesterday, and I could not get out at all. Now, I don't have the best antenna set up. It's the worst right now. It's 2 foot off the ground, and I know I need to do something with it, and I will soon, and you'll like that video. But I could not even skip out, and I know I can with this antenna. There was just a lot of amps rolling out there. So, unfortunately, I wish I really did get a contact. I would love to share that with you, but I didn't. And as far as the white wire goes and the jumper that I was talking about earlier, there's other people have talked about this. I'm not going to talk about it in this video just because there's some repercussions, yada, 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 whatever. And it sucks. But anyways, I'd like to thank Cactusland88 for becoming my very first channel member because he has access to over 60 videos right now. And no, I'm not holding out on the good stuff. I just have a bunch of videos that I think are more about me than general stuff. And if you're a diehard Johnny Jones fan, which I don't know why you would be, then maybe you might enjoy it. I'm also opening up a radio show that'll be happening this fall, and I will be the one DJing it, I guess you'd say, and more like an old school radio host. So you can come along and join and request songs. It'll be fun. Anyways, until next time, I think it's a great radio. Sounds great. Just be careful with that digital noise reduction. It's Johnny Jones. I'm your home, and I'll see you later, punk.